Hi, today I am going to explain about the nominal T method. Okay, it is also called as the middle condenser method. Okay, it is the second type of method in the case of a medium transmission line. Okay, basically the medium transmission lines are classified into three types. That is, first one is the end condenser method, second one is the nominal T method, and third one is the nominal pi method. Okay, depending upon the connection of capacitance, the medium transmission line is divided into three types. Okay, that is end condenser method, nominal T method, and nominal pi methods. Okay, in the previous class I am discussing about the end condenser method, and we solved the problem related to that end condenser method. Okay, now in present class I am discussing about the nominal T method. Okay, it is also called as the middle condenser method. Okay, coming to the contents of this class is introduction to the nominal T method. Okay, what is meant by the nominal T methods, that all will be discussed in the introduction to the nominal T method. Okay, next one is the equivalent circuit diagram of a nominal T method. What is the equivalent circuit diagram and what are the parameters are there in the case of a equivalent circuit diagram, that all will be discussed in this topic. Next, coming to the next topic, that is phasor diagram for nominal T method. Okay, how to draw the phasor diagram for this method, that all will be discussed in this topic. Okay, in the previous class also I am discussing about the end condenser method phasor diagram, how to draw the phasor diagram for the end condenser method. Okay, that is already explained in the last class. Okay, next, voltage regulation and efficiency of a nominal T method, and by using the equivalent circuit diagram and phasor diagrams we derive the relation for the voltage regulation and also efficiency of a transmission line. Okay, we already well known about the what is meant by voltage regulation and what is meant by efficiency, and what are the formulas for that voltage regulation and what are the formulas for efficiency of the transmission line. Okay, these are the topics that related to coming class. Okay, first, in that first one is the introduction to the nominal T method. Okay, basically the middle condenser method divided into three types on the basis of a connection of capacitance. Okay, in the case of a nominal T method, the equivalent circuit diagram is shown as in the T shape. Okay, the parameters in the case of a nominal T methods are in T shape. That's why the name it is called as the nominal T method. Okay, that will be observed in the equivalent circuit diagram. Okay, in nominal T methods, the lumped shunt admittance is placed in the medium. Okay, that means the capacitance value is taken at the middle of the transmission line. Okay, while the net series impedance, that means the Z, the net series impedance, that means the Z, is divided into two equal halves. Okay, the series impedance is divided into two equal halves and placed on either side of the shunt admittance, that will be observed in the equivalent circuit diagram. Okay, that will be observed in the equivalent circuit diagram. Okay, coming to the equivalent circuit diagram, while observing this circuit diagram, the shape of this parameters is in the T method. That's why we called as the nominal T. Okay, that's why we are called as the nominal T. Okay, by formation of that T shape, the impedance Z will be divided into two parts. Formation of this T shape, the impedance Z will be divided into two halves. Okay, that is Z by 2, that is Z by 2 and Z by 2. At the middle of these impedances, we are connecting the capacitance C. Okay, at the middle of these two half impedances, the capacitance value is connected. Okay, this is the Z by 2 and this is the Z by 2. While observing this shape, it is the T shape. Okay, this is the T shape. By observing these parameters, it is just like as a T. Then the name it is called as the T, nominal T method or middle condenser method. Why it is called as middle condenser method? That means the capacitance value is connected in between the two halves of impedances. Okay, the capacitance value is connected in between the two halves of these impedances. Then it is called as the middle condenser method. Okay, then it is called as the middle condenser method. The name will be represented as middle. Middle means that the capacitance is connected in the middle of the transmission line. Okay, middle of that line means the series impedance is divided into two parts, two halves, that is Z by 2 and Z by 2. In between this Z by 2 and Z by 2, we are connecting the one capacitance. We are connecting the capacitance. Okay, that is the C. Okay, that is the C. This is the capacitance and these are the two halves of the impedances, that is Z by 2 and Z by 2. At the middle we are connecting the capacitance value, that is the C. Capacitance value, that is the C. Okay, we already know the Z is equal to the resistance and the reactance. Z is equal to the resistance and the reactance. Z by 2 means then we write as that is R by 2 and that is X by 2. And also this Z by 2 means the R by 2 and also X by 2. Okay, the shape is like this T shape. Then it is known as the nominal T method. The connection of these parameters are in the T shape. Then it is known as the T method or middle condenser method. Then it is called as the nominal T method or the middle condenser method. Okay, next this is the sending end voltage Vs, sending end voltage Vs, then the sending end current Is. This is the sending end current Is. Then this Is current is flowing through like this. At that point, junction point, that Is is divided into two parts. That Is is divided into two currents, that is IAB and IR. Okay, that is IAB and the IR. IR means the receiving end current. Okay, IR means the receiving end current. Okay, IAB means that the current flowing through the capacitance. Okay, IAB means that the current flowing through the capacitance. Okay, it is also called as IC. Okay, this is the current flowing through the capacitance. The IAB is equal to the IC. Okay, it is the current flowing through the capacitance. Okay, Y is the susceptance. Y is called as the susceptance. Okay, Z by 2 is the shunt. the series impedances is divided into two halves. Then it is represented as Z by 2 and the Z by 2. Okay, Z by 2 means the R by 2 plus X by 2. Okay, where Z by 2 is equal to the R by 2 plus X by 2. R by 2 plus X by 2. Same as that of this Z by 2 is equal to the R by 2 plus X by 2. Okay, that sending end current is divided into two parts. That is 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 equal to the IC plus IR. IC plus IR, where IC is the current flowing through the capacitance and IR is the current at the receiving end, and IR is the current at the receiving end. This is the equivalent circuit diagram for the nominal T method. Okay, nominal T method. Okay, in that Vs is the sending end current and Is is the Vs is the sending end voltage, Is is the sending end current, Z by 2 and Z by 2 are the series impedances, and IAB is equal to the IC, that is current flowing through the capacitance, and IR is called as the receiving end currents, and Y is the susceptance, and R by 2, X by 2 are the resistance and reactances. Okay, this is the equivalent circuit diagram for the nominal T method. Okay, next coming to this is the series impedance of the line, that is Z. Z is equal to the R plus JX by 2. Next coming to the shunt admittance, that is Y. Y is equal to the, we already know in the previous derivation, Y is equal to the J omega C, where omega is equal to the 2 pi F, where omega is equal to the 2 pi F. Okay, next VR is the receiving end voltage. Okay, next IR is the receiving end current. Next IC is equal to the IAB, that is the current flowing through the capacitance. Next one is the sending end voltage, that is the VS. Next one is the sending end current, that is the IS. Okay, that is the IS. These are the various parameters that are to be considered in the case of a equivalent circuit diagram. Okay. Next coming to the phasor diagram. First, how to draw the phasor diagram for the nominal T method. In that, first taking VR as a reference. Taking VR as a reference. Okay, at an angle of phi r, we draw the IR. At an angle of phi r, we draw the IR. At an angle of 90 degrees, we draw the charging current or current flowing through the capacitance. By sum of this IR and IC, then we obtain the IS, that is the sending end current. That is the sending end current. Next, this is the IR line will be projected like this. Okay, the IR line will be projected like this. That is IR R by 2. At an angle of 90 degrees, we are taken as the IR X by 2. Okay, by algebraic sum of this, we are taken as the, this is IR. IR Z by 2. Okay. By adding this drop, then we obtain the V dash. By adding this drop, then we obtain the V dash. Okay. Next, we write down the, by projecting this IS, that is ISR by 2. that is IS, sorry, it is ISR by 2. ISR by 2. At an angle of 90 degrees, we write the ISX by 2. At an angle of 90 degrees, we write the ISX by 2. By adding this, we obtain the ISZ by 2. Okay, this is ISZ by 2. Then by adding this drop, then we obtain the Vs, that is the sending end voltage. This is the Vs. Okay, this is the sending end voltage. The angle between this Vs and the Is is the phi s. The angle between this Vs and the Is is the phi s. Okay, this is the phasor diagram. Again I am explaining this phasor diagram. Okay. Once again I am explaining this phasor diagram. First, taking VR as a reference. That is mentioned as A. OA. At an angle of phi r, we draw the IR. At an angle of 90 degrees, we draw the capacitance current, that is IC. Okay, that names are B and the F. By adding this IR and IC, then we obtain the sending end current. Okay, by projecting this IR, then it is the resistive drop, that is the IR R by 2. Next, its name is called as C. Next, at an angle of 90 degrees, then we represent the IRX by 2. By adding these two terms, we are representing the IRZ by 2. By adding these two terms, we are representing the IRZ by 2. Okay, this is the IRZ by 2. By adding this drop, then we obtain the V dash. By adding this drop, then we obtaining the V dash. Okay, after that, IS will be projected, then it is called as the ISR by 2. Sir, this is ISR by 2. At an angle of 90 degrees, we obtain the ISX by 2. Okay, by adding these drops, then it is called as the ISZ by 2. Okay, this is called as the ISZ by 2. By adding this impedance drop to the V dash, then we obtain the sending end voltage. This is the Vs and this is the VR and this is the V dash. Okay, these are the IRR by 2, IRX by 2, this is the IRZ by 2 and this is the ISR by 2, ISX by 2, ISZ by 2. Okay, by adding this V dash to the ISZ by 2, then we obtain the sending end current. Okay, the angle between this Vs and the Is is the phi s. The angle between this Vs and Is is the phi s. Okay, this is the phasor diagram for the nominal T method. Okay, in the taking VR as a reference phasor. That is represented as OA, where IR lags x behind the VR by phi r, that is the OB. Then AC drawn parallel to the OB is the ohmic voltage drop. Then CD drawn 90 degrees ahead of the OB, this is the reactive voltage drop, that is the IR by 2. Next, OD is the voltage drop across the capacitor. Next, BF drawn 90 degrees behind of the OD is the charging current. Behind of the OD, it is the charging current IC. Okay, next OF is the sending end of the current IS. Sending end of the current IS. Next, DG is drawn parallel to the OF. Next, GH drawn 90 degrees ahead of OF is the reactive voltage drop. Next, OH is the sending end voltage. Next, phi S is the phase angle at the sending end. Phi S is the phase angle at the sending end. Okay, this is the phasor diagram. This is the phasor diagram for the nominal T methods. Okay, this is the phasor diagram for the nominal T methods. In that IRZ by 2. Okay, not S, that is IRZ by 2. This is ISZ by 2. Okay, this is ISZ by 2. This is the IRZ by 2. IRZ by 2, and this is the ISZ by 2. ISZ by 2. Okay. Coming to the equivalent circuit diagram. Coming to the equivalent circuit diagram. In that, this is the VS, sending end voltage. This is the VR, receiving end voltage. And across the capacitance we are having the V dash. This is the voltage across the capacitance, that is the V dash. The voltage across the capacitance, that is the V dash. Okay, then what is the formula for that IS? IS is equal to, at the node point, the IS is equal to the, at this point that IS is equal to the IAB plus IR. IAB is equal to the IC plus IR, where IC is the current flowing through the capacitance, that is equal to the IAB, that is equal to the IAB plus IR. At this node point, that IS will be divided into two currents, or apply KCL at this junction point, then we obtain entering current is equal to the leaving currents. Okay, what is the entering currents? The entering currents is equal to the IS. Okay, what are the leaving currents? That are IAB plus IR. IAB is equal to the IC. IAB is equal to the IC. Next, write what is the formula for V dash. Okay, what is the formula for this V dash? V dash is equal to the VR plus, V dash is equal to the VR plus IR into Z by 2. Okay, V dash is equal to the VR plus IR into Z by 2. Okay, this is the voltage across the capacitance, that is the V dash. Okay, this is the voltage across the capacitance, that is the V dash. Therefore, V dash is equal to the VR plus V dash is equal to the VR plus IR into Z by 2. IR into Z by 2. Okay, this is the formula for that V dash. VR is the receiving end voltage and therefore VR is the receiving end voltage. Okay, this is the V dash. V dash is equal to the VR plus IR into Z by 2. VR plus IR into Z by 2. Apply KVL at the circuit in this circuit, then we obtain V dash is equal to the VR plus IR into Z by 2. Then next, what is the formula for that? Vs. Apply KVL in this loop, then we obtain Vs is equal to the V dash plus Is into Z by 2. Okay, what is the formula for that sending end? What is the formula for that sending end? Okay, this is the V dash. Okay, the formula for voltage at sending end, or apply KVL in this circuit, then Vs is equal to the V dash plus Is into Z by 2. Okay, V dash plus Is into Z by 2. Apply KVL in this circuit, then Vs is equal to the V dash plus Is into Z by 2. Is into Z by 2. Okay, this is the formula for sending end voltage, and the formula for V dash is the VR plus IR into Z by 2. Next, apply KVL in this loop, then we obtain V dash is equal to VR plus IR into Z by 2. Next, apply KCL at this junction point or node point, then Is is equal to the IAB plus IR. IAB is equal to IC. Therefore, Is is equal to the IC plus IR. IAB is equal to IC plus IR. Okay, this is the equivalent circuit diagram for the nominal T method, and this is the phasor diagram for the nominal T method. In that phasor diagram, first taking VR as the reference phasor, at an angle of 90 degrees we draw the, at an angle of pi r we draw the IR current, then at an angle of 90 degrees we draw the charging current, that is the IC. By sum of these currents we obtain the Is, that is the sending end current. Okay, by projecting this IR, then we draw the IR R by 2. At an angle of 90 degrees we draw the IR X by 2. By algebraic sum of this, then we obtain the IR Z by 2. IR Z by 2. After that, by adding this drop to the VR, then we obtain the V dash. Okay, therefore V dash is equal to the VR plus IR Z by 2. Therefore, V dash is equal to the, by using that phasor diagram also, V dash is equal to the VR plus IR Z by 2. VR plus IR Z by 2 by using this phasor diagram also. Okay, next by projecting this Is, then we obtain the Is R by 2. Next, then we obtain the Is R by 2. Okay, this is the Is, not IR. Is R by 2. At an angle of 90 degrees we obtain the Is X by 2. Okay, this is the Is X by 2. By algebraic sum of these drops, then we obtain the Is Z by 2. Okay, by adding V dash to the Is Z by 2, then we obtain the Vs. Therefore, the sending end voltage Vs, is equal to the V dash plus Is Z by 2. Okay, the sending end voltage Vs is equal to the V dash plus Is Z by 2. Okay, this is the phasor diagram. This is the phasor diagram for the nominal T method. Okay, and also these are the representation for the phasor diagram. Next, coming to the derivation for the voltage regulation and efficiency of a given method. Okay, taking VR as a reference, phasor voltage, then VR is equal to the VR into 1 plus J0, and load current receiving end or load current, that is IR. IR is equal to the IR into cos phi r cos phi r minus J sin phi r. Next, voltage across the condenser, that is V dash, by using the equivalent circuit diagram and also by using the phasor diagram, we write the equation for that V dash. That is VR plus IR into Z by 2, where Z is equal to the R plus JX. We already well known about the Z, that is Z is equal to the R plus JX. Okay, then substitute Z value in this equation, and then V dash is equal to the VR plus IR by 2 into Z. This is the Z. Okay, IR by 2 into R plus J is the Z. Okay, this is the formula for that VR, and then we substitute the value of VR, formula for VR and IR in this equation. Then we obtain VR is equal to the VR into 1 plus J0, then common 1 by 2, then substitute the IR value, that is the IR into cos phi r minus J sin phi r, and this is the Z, and this is the Z. Okay, this is the IR 1 by 2 plus this is the VR. Okay, this is the VR. Substitute this VR value, IR value and Z value in this equation. Then we obtain the V dash. Okay. Next, after that, capacitive current, that already we discussed in the last class, that is IC. IC is equal to J omega C V dash. Okay, IC is equal to J omega C V dash, where omega is equal to the 2 pi f, Okay, then sending end current IS, by using the phasor diagram and also by using the equivalent circuit diagram, we write down the sending end current, that is the IS. IS is equal to the IC plus IR, where IC is the charging current or current flowing through the capacitance, and IR is the receiving end current. Therefore, substitute that IC and IR values. This is the IC value and this is the IR. Substitute this IC and IR. Then IS is equal to the J 2 pi f C V dash plus IR into cos phi r minus J sin phi r. Okay, J sin phi r. Next, from the phasor diagram, Vs is our equivalent circuit diagram. Vs is equal to the V dash plus Is Z by 2. From the phasor diagram or equivalent circuit diagram, what is the formula for Vs, that already discussed? Vs is equal to the Vs, what is the formula for that Vs? Okay, Vs. Vs is equal to the, this is the Vs. Vs is equal to the V dash plus this drop. V dash plus this drop. The drop is the Is into Z by 2. The drop is the Is into Z by 2. Therefore, Vs is equal to the, Vs is equal to the V dash plus this drop, that is Is Z by 2. What is the value of this V dash? V dash is equal to the Vr plus Ir Z by 2. V dash is equal to the Vr plus Ir Z by 2. Ir Z by 2. Okay, what is the formula for Is? Is is equal to the Ic plus Ir. Is is equal to the Ic plus Ir. Okay. From the phasor diagram, Vs is equal to the V dash plus Is into Z by 2. Okay, where Z is equal to the R plus Jx. Where Z is equal to the R plus Jx. And then substitute this Z value in this equation. Then this is the Z. Okay, this is the Z. Substitute this Z value. Then Vs is equal to the sending end voltage. Vs is equal to the V dash plus Is into Z by 2. Z by 2 means the R plus Jx by 2. Okay, therefore Vs is equal to the V dash plus Is into R plus Jx by 2. Okay, that is the sending end voltage and sending end currents and also charging currents. Okay, next, what is the formula for that efficiency? Efficiency of the transmission line. Okay, what is the formula of efficiency of transmission line? Efficiency of the transmission line is the power delivered is the ratio of power delivered to the load by power supplied to the load into 100. Okay, power delivered to the load by power supplied to the load into 100. Okay, what is the formula for power delivered? Power delivered means the receiving end power. Okay, power delivered means the receiving end power. Power, what is the formula for that power? PR is equal to the VR IR cos phi R. PR is equal to the receiving end power. PR is equal to the VR IR cos phi R by power delivered by power supplied from the load end. Okay, what is the formula for power supplied? Power supplied is equal to the power delivered plus line losses. Okay, power delivered plus line losses. Okay, what is the formula for power delivered? That is the receiving end power. Receiving end power, that is VR IR cos phi R. That is VR IR cos phi R plus line losses. Okay, what are the line losses? That is the Is square R by 2 plus IR square R by 2. Okay, that is the line losses in the nominal T method are the Is square R by 2 plus IR square R by 2, where Is is the sending end current and IR is the receiving end currents and IR is the receiving end currents. Okay, this is the formula for the efficiency of a nominal T method. Okay, the nominal T method is also called as the middle condenser method. Okay, why it is called middle condenser method? That means the capacitance is connected at the middle of the transmission line, then it is called as the middle condenser method. And also why it is called as nominal T method? The nominal T method means the connection of the parameters is connected like T shape, is connected like T shape. That means the series impedance is divided into two halves. In between the half of the impedance, then we connected the capacitance C. Okay, that is the susceptance. Capacitance C, that is the susceptance. In between the halves of the impedances, we are connecting the capacitance. Okay, the series impedance is divided into two halves, that is Z by 2 plus Z by 2. Okay, that is Z by 2 plus Z by 2. Okay, Z means the R plus Jx, then Z by 2 is equal to the R by 2 plus Jx by 2, R by 2 plus Jx by 2. Okay, that's why we are called as the nominal T. Okay, the shape of the connection of the parameters are shown like T shape, then it is called as the nominal T method. Or at the middle of the transmission line or middle of the impedance, halves of impedance, we are connecting the capacitance C, then it is called as the middle condenser method. Okay, this is the voltage regulation and efficiencies of formulas. Okay, for middle condenser method. Okay, what is the formula for voltage regulation? It is the differences between the sending end voltage Vs to receiving end voltage Vr by receiving end voltage Vs minus Vr by Vr into 100. Okay, we already know the Vr value, Vs minus, we already derived the formula for that. Vs is equal to the V dash plus Is into Z by 2. Okay, that is the formula for that Vs. Substitute this formula in the voltage regulation. Substitute that value in the voltage regulation, that is Vs. Okay, Vs minus Vr by Vr into 100. Then we obtain the voltage regulation. Okay, after that we obtain the transmission efficiency. Okay, the formula for that efficiency is the power delivered to the power supplied. Okay, power delivered means the VR IR cos phi R. Okay, power supplied means the VS IS cos phi S. Or power delivered plus line losses. The power delivered is the VR IR cos phi R plus line losses is the IS square R by 2 plus IR square R by 2. Okay, IS square R by 2 plus IR square R by 2. Okay, this is the formulas for the voltage regulation and efficiency and sending end voltage, sending end currents of the end condenser method or the nominal T methods. Okay, next in the present class we solve the problem related. Next in coming class we solve the problem related to the nominal T method or the middle condenser methods. Okay, after that we discuss about the last type of method, that is the nominal pi method. That is the nominal pi method. Okay, thank you.